Right now, someone could be sitting in a car outside your home, watching every website you visit, every message you send, and you'd have absolutely no idea. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how they do it, what they're looking for, and how to stop them. Let's begin. That's not a marketing claim. That's what I do professionally. I'm a cybersecurity expert, and I've audited dozens of home and business networks. The number one finding every single time? The Wi-Fi router. Not exotic hacking tools, just default settings nobody changed. Wi-Fi is radio. Your router is a tiny radio station broadcasting your data in every direction, through your walls, into the street. A cable is private. Only the two endpoints can see it. Wi-Fi is fundamentally public air. That's the core security challenge. This is your home network. ISP brings internet. Modem converts the signal. Router distributes it. Every device, phones, laptops, smart TVs, cameras, connects through that router. If an attacker compromises your router, they sit between every device and the internet. WEP for 1997 is broken, cracked in 2 minutes. WPA improved things, but it's deprecated. WPA2 is still adequate with a strong passphrase. WPA3 is the gold standard. Use it if your router supports it. Check your router settings right now and verify which one you're using. Every time you connect to Wi-Fi, this 4-step handshake happens. Step 3, the 4-way handshake, is where WPA2 proves both sides know the password without transmitting it. But an attacker with a packet capture tool can record this handshake and crack it at home, offline, with no time limit. The evil twin attack is elegant in its simplicity. The attacker creates a Wi-Fi network with the same name as yours, but stronger signal. Your phone disconnects from the real network and reconnects to the fake one automatically. Now every byte you send travels through their laptop first. WPS stands for Wi-Fi Protected Setup, that little button on your router. It was designed so grandparents could connect devices without typing a password. But a researcher discovered in 2011 that the 8-digit PIN is actually checked in 2 halves, reducing combinations from 100 million to just 11,000. Go disable WPS now. Every router ships with the same default username and password. Attackers don't guess. They look up your router model and type in the factory credentials. If you've never changed your router's admin password, do it tonight. Log in at 192.168.1.1 or 192.168.0.1 and change it immediately. In 2018, a researcher discovered PMKID, a new way to crack WPA2 without waiting for any device to connect. The attacker requests one single network frame from your router, takes it offline, and uses GPU power to try millions of passwords per second. A short Wi-Fi password is cracked in minutes. Even if your Wi-Fi password is strong and your router is secure, anyone already on your network can launch an ARP poisoning attack. They send fake network messages claiming to be your router, so all traffic flows through them first. This is why guest networks matter. Never trust shared Wi-Fi. Here's the reality check. The most dangerous attack, default credentials, takes exactly 1 minute. Evil Twin takes 5 minutes to set up. ARP poisoning, 3 minutes. The only slow attack is WPS cracking at 4 hours, and we're going to disable WPS anyway. These attacks are trivially easy. Open any browser on a device connected to your home network and type one of these addresses. Hit enter. You should see a router login page. If it asks for username and password and you've never changed it, try admin or admin password. If that works, that's already a problem we're fixing today. In your router's wireless settings, look for the security mode or authentication type. What you see determines your risk level. WEP means you're completely exposed right now. WPA2 with AES is the minimum acceptable. WPA3 is what you want. Change it and save. Your devices reconnect automatically. Find WPS in your router's wireless settings, sometimes called Wi-Fi Protected Setup. Toggle it off. Save. That's it. You just protected yourself against 4 to 10 hour automated attacks. The WPS button on your router is now decorative only. Don't ever use it. In your router's connected devices page, you'll see every device currently using your Wi-Fi. Count them. For a typical family, expect 8 to 15 devices. If you see something you don't recognize, note the MAC address, look it up at macvendors.com, and if it's still unidentifiable, change your Wi-Fi password immediately. Most routers let you create a guest network, a separate Wi-Fi with a different password that's isolated from your main network. Put all smart home devices, printers, and anything you don't bank on into the guest network. If any device gets compromised, the damage stays contained. Router firmware contains the actual code running your network. Vulnerabilities are found regularly, but most manufacturers stop releasing patches after a few years. Check your router's admin panel for a firmware update section. If your router is more than 5 years old, consider replacing it. DNS hijacking is invisible and terrifying. An attacker who gains access to your router changes the DNS settings. Now when you type google.com, your router asks a fake DNS server that returns the attacker's IP. You see a perfect replica of Google and type in your password. Check your router's DNS settings now. IoT devices are security disasters. Manufacturers optimize for cost and convenience, not security. A casino was breached through an internet-connected fish tank thermometer. The attacker used it as an entry point, then pivoted to the main network. Isolate every IoT device on your guest network. Wi-Fi deauthentication attacks exploit a fundamental design flaw. Management frames, the messages routers and devices use to communicate, were never encrypted or authenticated in WPA2. An attacker can forge a disconnect message from your router, kicking you off. WPA3 finally fixes this with management frame protection. DHCP snooping attacks are less common at home, but devastatingly effective. The attacker starts a DHCP server that responds faster than your router. Your device gets assigned the attacker's laptop as the default gateway, meaning all your traffic immediately routes through them. Enterprise networks block this with DHCP snooping on switches. This is what map output looks like, a free tool anyone can download. In 60 seconds, an attacker on your network sees every connected device, every open port, and often the exact firmware version of your router. That 2019 firmware date tells them exactly which CVEs are unpatched. Knowledge is the attack. Wireshark is a free, legal tool that any IT professional uses. On an unencrypted connection, or after an SSL strip attack, this is exactly what the attacker sees. Row 1248 shows your email and password in plain text. Summer 2024, a real password pattern people use. Visible in 1 second. A modern RTX 4090 graphics card, the kind used for gaming, processes 300,000 Wi-Fi password guesses per second using the capture handshake. Password falls in 2 milliseconds. Summer 2024 in 8 seconds. A random 16-character password, effectively infinite. Length and randomness are everything. Real data from scanning 50 million Wi-Fi networks. 8% are either completely open or using WEP. That's 4 million networks with zero effective security. 3/4 have WPS enabled, and 83% have never had a firmware update. This isn't a niche problem. It's the baseline. First fix, biggest impact. Go to 192.168.1.1, find the admin password field, and change it from admin to something your password manager generated. Write it on a sticker on the router. Someone who has physical access to your router has bigger problems to worry about. In your router's wireless settings, change the security mode to WPA3 if it's available. If not, make sure you have WPA2 with a yes, also called CCMP, not TKIP. Save the settings and reconnect your devices. This one change eliminates most handshake-based attacks. Your Wi-Fi password is what stands between your handshake capture and a cracked network. Make it 16 characters minimum. A passphrase of 4 random words is memorable and strong. Avoid anything personal, birthdays, pet names, addresses, all findable on social media. WPS, Wi-Fi Protected Setup, is the button that connects devices without a password. It reduces your security from millions of possible combinations to 11,000. Disable it in router settings right now. The WPS button stays physical, it just does nothing. That's exactly what you want. Firmware updates patch known vulnerabilities. Go to your router's admin panel, find a firmware section, and either update now or enable automatic updates. If your router is more than 5 years old, manufacturer support has likely ended. Security patches stopped years ago. A new router is a security investment. Create a guest network and put every device you wouldn't bank on into it. Smart cameras, TVs, speakers, printers, all go to the guest network. If any of those devices gets compromised, the attacker is trapped in the isolated guest network and can't reach your banking laptop or work computer. Change your router's DNS to Cloudflare 1.1.1.1 or Google 8.8.8.8. This does two things. It protects against DNS hijacking because you're now explicitly using a trusted server, and Cloudflare's 1.1.1.2 also blocks connections to known malware domains across every device on your network automatically. Some routers can email you whenever a new device connects or someone logs into the admin panel. Enable this. Even if your router doesn't support notifications, set a monthly calendar reminder to check your connected devices list. A screenshot comparison month to month reveals any unexpected additions. Remote management lets you access your router's admin panel from outside your home. Almost no home user needs this. Check that it's disabled. If it's on, an attacker anywhere in the world can attempt to log into your router's admin panel. Off means only someone on your local network can access it. Outside your home, on any public Wi-Fi, use a VPN. Proton VPN has a strong free tier. A VPN creates an encrypted tunnel before your data even reaches the Wi-Fi network. So even if an attacker runs an evil twin or ARP poisoning attack, all they see is encrypted tunnel traffic, completely useless to them. Score yourself on this checklist. Total possible is 15 points. 14 to 15. Excellent. You're significantly better protected than 90% of home networks. 10 to 13. Good. Complete the remaining items this week. Below 10. Your network is at real risk. Prioritize the first 4 items immediately. Be honest about your score. 0 to 5 points means a determined attacker with basic tools could compromise your network today. 10 to 12 means you're doing well. 13 or above puts you in the top 10% of home network security. The goal isn't perfection, it's being harder to attack than the next person. VLANs, virtual local area networks, let you split one physical network into multiple isolated virtual networks. Professional routers and the open-source OpenWRT firmware support this. Your work laptop and IoT devices literally cannot see each other. Even if your smart TV is compromised, it cannot reach your work files. OpenWRT replaces your router's factory firmware with a full Linux-based system that you control completely. Features that cost hundreds of dollars in commercial routers become free. pfSense goes further. It turns any old mini PC into an enterprise-grade firewall with intrusion detection, full logging, and VPN. Both are free. Once you have OpenWRT or pfSense, you can add intrusion detection. Pi-hole blocks malware at the DNS level. If any device tries to connect to a known bad domain, it's blocked silently across your entire network. Snort watches traffic patterns and alerts you to port scans and exploit attempts. Real enterprise tools, free. You don't need to spend a lot to dramatically improve your security. A $50 TP-Link with WPA3 is massively better than the router your ISP provided in 2018. For enthusiasts, a Raspberry Pi running OpenWRT gives you features that cost hundreds in commercial products. For serious home labs, pfSense is free professional-grade security. This isn't hypothetical. In 2017, a Las Vegas casino was breached through a Wi-Fi connected fish tank thermometer in their lobby. An attacker found it, logged in with default credentials, and used it as a foothold to access the casino's internal network. 10 gigabytes of data left through the fish tank to Finland. IoT isolation. Every time, Mirai why you change default credentials on every single IoT device. In 2016, it silently recruited 600,000 devices, cameras, DVRs, home routers, all still running default admin passwords. Then it used them all simultaneously to take down the DNS infrastructure that Twitter, Netflix, and Amazon depend on. Your camera was possibly part of this army. In 2019 and 2020, dozens of Ring camera owners reported strangers speaking through their cameras. In one case, a child's bedroom camera was accessed and the attacker spoke to the child. The attack was credential stuffing, Ring passwords reused from other breach sites. Enable two-factor authentication on every camera account today. I did this real audit with explicit written permission from a neighbor. Firmware from 2017 with 3 unpatched critical CVs. WPS enabled. WPA2. TKIP, not even EES. Password included the family name and a year. Cracked in 8 seconds with a dictionary attack. Default admin credentials unchanged. Total time to full access from minutes 20 seconds. These 5 myths are actively harmful because they make people feel protected when they're not. SSID hiding and MAC filtering are placebo security. They take 30 seconds to bypass. ISP routers are notoriously unpatched, and the too small to be targeted belief ignores that attacks are automated and opportunistic, not manually targeted. This is the evidence-based list. WPA3, strong password, and WPS disabled together eliminate the vast majority of Wi-Fi attacks. Guest network isolation limits damage when something does get through. Firmware updates patch known vulnerabilities. VPN on public Wi-Fi makes interception attacks useless. 6 things. Most take under 10 minutes. Understand who is actually attacking you. For most home users, it's automated bots scanning millions of IPs looking for default credentials and open ports. Occasionally, an opportunistic neighbor. A skilled targeted attacker is rare. A nation-state is science fiction for your home network. The 10 basic steps we covered defeat the 99% case completely. Security is maintenance, not installation. The good news, once the initial setup is done, maintenance takes minutes per month. A monthly 30-second device list review catches unauthorized connections. A quarterly 5-minute firmware check keeps vulnerabilities patched. The annual full audit, what you just did, make sure nothing has slipped. Keep this reference card. These 8 settings, checked once, make your home network dramatically more secure. Router admin password changed. WPA3 or WPA2 ES. 16-character random Wi-Fi password. WPS disabled. Trusted DNS. Guest network for IoT. Firmware updated. VPN for public Wi-Fi. 8 settings. Done. Wi-Fi security is a team effort. The strongest router configuration in the world is defeated if your teenager shares the password with 20 classmates. Give visitors the guest network password, not the main one. Brief your family on one rule. Never change router settings to fix a problem without checking with you first. Your Wi-Fi, your rules. Now go secure it. 3 actions tonight. Router admin password, WPS off, verify encryption. 10 minutes. That's all it takes to go from the most vulnerable network on your street to one attacker's move past. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs it. I'll see you in the next one. 94% of common Wi-Fi attacks are defeated by what you learned today. 10 minutes tonight for the critical 3 fixes. $0 spent. 1 in 4 home networks currently have a compromised device that the owner doesn't know about. Don't be that one. You now have everything you need. This is the transformation. Every single setting that was the default vulnerability is now a hardened control. Time to compromise goes from 4 minutes to effectively impractical. The attacker's tools that worked in seconds now face an unfeasible task. This is what 10 minutes of configuration achieves. Do not leave this video and think, I'll do it later. 3 things take 10 minutes total tonight. Change the router admin password. Disable WPS, verify encryption. Those 3 alone make you dramatically safer. The rest can wait until the weekend. But do not skip tonight's 3 actions.